Hello, everybody. It's Jimmy with a 1. Please don't mess that 1 up. How's it going? I'm here with my co-host Hellwind for the fourth.
Hello.
Hey,
What?
I'm still on my spiel, okay?
I'm sorry.
We're here for the 4th episode of Bankstandin. Pretty big guest coming up quick. Now Hellwind, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Jim. Doing really good. Got my chummy pet finally. That was good. I've been cucked by Konar today. You know, because today's got a big old Kebos Lowlands update. You know, gonna just talk about that later. But 2,000 Slayer points just down the drain. Cause Konar hates me. So
That's
I've yet to kill the Hydra. I'm
that's
kind
like
of sad about that.
that's like a typical Hellwind thing to happen, though.
It really is.
So-
Like I should have expected it.
So we'll talk about that in a little bit when we go into
But yeah.
like the Hydra boss, because he lost 2,000 points because you have to be on task to fight the new boss, and 2,000 points did not get the boss. So
Out the window.
yeah,
That's like a month of Slayer that I built up and just out the window.
there's
today.
probably a way to get it easier than you're trying. I don't know.
There is. It's Wilderness Slayer, but it's more risky.
Yeah, so maybe learn a little bit about that.
Hey, fuck you.
But unfortunately, Moo couldn't be with us today, our new host. He's here for the interview that you'll see in a little bit. But he was driving yesterday after he got off his night shift, because he's one of those sketchy people that works night shifts, and I think he ran over like a fucking chupacabra or whatever they have in Alabama, and he needs to get his tire fixed. So he's doing that right now before he goes into his night shift tonight. So good luck with that, Moo. Maybe turn your headlights on next time, you drunk driver. But anyways, we'll jump right into the discussions. Big day, ladies and gentlemen. Kebos Lowlands was released. It is here. It's been greatly anticipated for a while. A whole new world, just a giant whole new world for everybody to explore. A bunch of new content. So we'll get into that. But the first thing I want to get into about that
I was about to
is...
start singing.
Huh?
I was about to start singing. You said a whole new world. I was very tempted to start singing just then, but I just saved everyone from that just now.
That's because you're an absolute psychopath. But as I was
am.
saying, the first thing I want to delve into is one of the newest additions to Kebos Lowlands. It's got a new king. And you're looking at him, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking at him. They're raising the statues. They're flying the banners. Your boy won the video competition. He's taking home the gold.
Wouldn't they be listening to you instead of looking at you?
I mean, if they're on YouTube, they're definitely seeing me right now standing next to these
Oh, you're right.
blue assholes. So, yeah, no, I won the competition. I'm super grateful for that. It's awesome. I was really scared going into it, to be honest. I was one of the first submissions. I think I was the second person to submit anything at all. But I did it nonetheless. I went in there and posted it with confidence as much as I could bring myself to feel, and we did it. They announced it last night on their Q&A stream at the very end. It was very sudden. It was very like anticlimactic how they did it. But I didn't really notice that till afterwards, because the second they said my name, I threw an absolute tantrum, and I think I'll release a video before I put this out, so you'll probably have already seen my reaction. It's on Twitter, if not. I just went absolutely berserk when they announced it. It
That was
was
a beautiful reaction.
it was incredible.
I reacted just about as much as you did, honestly.
Yeah, I
Like,
screamed.
I was screaming, dude.
I screamed, and then my buddy who's next door, one of my roommates, he was like, I screamed, and he's like, "What's going on in there? Are you okay?" And I was like, "I am more than okay, my friend." I woke up probably 2 hours before the stream started. I showered. I was dancing and shit, just trying to hype myself up. And they started the stream, and I started a stream, and I got some people in from Discord. Link in the description, by the way. Hit that up. Join it. Great community. And we all went into the game, Grand Exchange, and waited it out. We all watched it together, and we threw up the smites. got some smite prayers going, and sure enough, took that shit down, swiped it up real quick, took home the first place. I was not. I gotta be honest. I was not expecting to win, just because mine was definitely not as informative as some of them. But I do believe the confidence in my own video. I will say I feel like I did have the most immersive kind of submission.
Great.
You're
just being modest over here. You're fucking great.
I tried my best.
Come on, Jimmy.
I tried my best to stand out from the crowd and, put my own little sprinkle of Jimmy into it. So, I'm glad that it worked out. I'm glad they liked it. Mod Gambit followed me the day before, the night before the announcement. So I was like, please let that be some sort of sign. And I don't know if it was meant to be a sign or like a little sneak peek as to what was going to come, but it was apparently. I don't know. Take that how you want it, but yeah, it's a crazy feeling. I feel like I'm still dreaming to win that first place. That's a big year of membership, baby. That's huge. Don't have to buy bonds for a while. So that's awesome.
On your main account right now, you're like your Ironman or like that.
Yeah, no, it's going on this account.
Okay, could we make it sure?
Yeah, it's going on this one. And then they're sending. It's the first prize is £1,000 of Amazon voucher, which I think is, depending on what the exchange rate is whenever they get it to me, it should be approximately average like $1,200 on Amazon, which I'm putting directly some of it into a new microphone, professional microphone, so I can continue taking this voice acting stuff seriously, as well as get a little better production quality going.
Some dirty stuff for your alone time at night.
And ASMR. I'm going to do a lot of ASMR with it, so look forward to those videos. Second channel coming.
Is it like on an inappropriate website that'll be on?
It could be. Depends on what we're feeling.
I can't wait.
Yeah, we'll do some collaborations there.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, super stoked about it. The rest I'm probably going to save for maybe like some furniture stuff for when I move into my apartment next year. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Still living the broke college life. So this I'm just gonna take advantage and make the most of this opportunity. Huh?
You can buy a lot of ramen noodles with that Amazon.
Oh, I can buy all the ramen noodles.
You could buy like a lot. That's like a lifetime supply of ramen noodles you could buy. And, like, you could actually live that broke college life, but your whole pantry is just ramen noodles. Wouldn't be great?
Coincidentally, I actually picked up a 12-pack of ramen noodles yesterday. I think it's not a joke. It was a 12-pack. I needed, because I'm not at my actual living place right now. I'm at my buddy's apartment, and it's very tempting when like none of the stuff in the kitchen is yours. You don't want to take it. It's not yours. You didn't pay for it. So I was like just calling and ordering delivery like so much, and I'm like, hey, that's not how I should be living my life. So I went out and bought 12 entire meals for about $1.50. So big power moves on my part. Go ramen. That's all I'm gonna say. Totally endorsed.
So how many packs of ramen would a $1,200 Amazon card be?
I don't want to think about it, to be honest.
That's a lot of ramen, dude.
Someone can do the math, but it won't be me.
It's not gonna be me. Hopefully someone leaves a nice little comment of the math there, please.
Yeah. Yeah, getting back on topic. Yeah, thank you to everyone who was on my stream and waiting at the GE with me during my hour-long anxiety attack. I know me and Hellwind were in there nervous as shit, just pacing around the GE the whole time, and I don't know. It was very nerve-wracking.
I was collected. I don't know what you're talking about, Jimmy.
Oh yeah.
Collected, not like I was like shrieking every now and then. Nothing like that.
No chance. But yeah, glad that happened. So thank you guys for the support on that. That was insane. But they announced today. Oh, by the way, top page is insane. The news, being on the news page, the only January news page of the biggest release of the year probably, is insane. That's crazy. And it was insane because they had a message that you log in game, and Framed is actually calling me right now.
Wow.
Hold on. Hey, Kev.
Hey.
Hey.
Streaming, huh?
No, but I'm actually in the middle of of recording a podcast. Is there anything you want to say to be in the podcast?
Hey.
There you go. There you have it. Okay.
Later, Jim. Have fun with your poopcast.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Wow.
So as I was saying, the login message when you first get in the game, it's like oh, check out our new news post about the newly released Kebos Lowlands, and you right click on it, you press open, and the first thing you see is my dumb face, which is awesome. My video's at the top of the post. It blew up this morning when they posted it. It's been getting views all day long, and hopefully there's a few new listeners here that are tuning in for the first time. So welcome to those new people that found me through that. So shout out to Jagex for that big plug. So
Pretty sure there's been some people joining the Discord today too, which is really nice.
yeah, that's awesome.
I love seeing new people joining that.
Yeah,
Constantly. It's so nice to see.
it's great. Yeah, they announced it on the page. They also released the second and third place winners of the video competition. Second place was John Jingler. He had a really funny one. It was like a news format, some funny interviews. Didn't have the overhead text though, so little word of advice, man. Put that little extra effort in. Put the overhead text in. It's a little tedious, but once you do it, you make some quality stuff, man. People appreciate it. But good submission nonetheless. It was great. Third place, who was one of the guys that I thought was going to take home the gold, Mr. Tabman. He made an unreal, informative video. Tons of good editing in it. It was so well done. It was a great presentation. So good on you, man. Keep that shit up. You've got some unreal editing skills. So, don't, just because you didn't get first, don't let that discourage you. You've got some real editing talent, Tabman. So, keep it up, dude. Keep it up. That was a great submission. You had me shaking in my boots for a while. So, good job. Good job. Both of those videos are linked in the description if you want to check both of them out. Tell them I sent you and give them a little kiss on the cheek. Honorable mentions. There's quite a few. We had Beer Shake, who's all over social media commenting on everyone's stuff. He seems like a really genuine dude. He was an honorable mention. Colanello. Getting Morgan Freeman to voice his submission. Can't believe he did it. I don't know how much he must have paid Morgan Freeman to voice that. Unbelievable. Dr. Pickle. Whole $5 to Morgan Freeman. Dr. Pickle was another one. Ferguson. Ice Cream. Y, the winner from last year. Just an absolute animal with editing. He does a lot of flash animations, so that was badass. Keep that shit up. You're gonna go far with that stuff later on, man. Like that, it looks really clean. So keep it up. NyQuil CF was an honorable mention, and T-shirt, the Lore Master T-shirt. Also, speaking of that T-shirt, if you do listen to the podcast, I don't know if you do. I know on Twitter and stuff, you were a little discouraged because of the lack of views that were coming to your channel. If you want my 2 cents. You're a lore channel. You focus on lore. I think I saw your videos. I think you've only been making videos since February 2018. I got to tell you, man, you've got the editing skills in you and everything to get a big audience. And eventually you're going to find the style and you're going to find what works to bring them in. But whatever you do, don't stop making the videos, because you really do capture a subject in RuneScape that no one else does. No one really touches lore. So do what you can to get people really into lore, and if you ever want help, hit me up, man. I'd be more than happy to help you write some stuff, throw in some comedy, some voices for you. But keep it up, dude. You've got a great thing going. Stay passionate about the lore, keep involved with the community, and, make something out of it.
Just go with it, man.
Just go with it. Be consistent.
If you're enjoying it, do it.
Exactly. Enjoy it, man. Use your passion to fuel you. Don't let anything discourage you. But there's my 2 cents for you. Anyways, going off of that, I think they need more competitions like this shit, man. They need more of this. I said this last time for the Dragon Slayer competition. They need to host video competitions like this because there hasn't been a lot of different content created since the Golden Gnomes, when they were judging them based on submissions instead of, picking like the best new YouTuber this year, and then they pick like Ditterbitter, and he's just like making the same PK videos as everyone else is, and it's like,
Yikes.
okay. I mean, no hate to him. He's doing his thing. He's doing a great job. I think they need more like this, more competitions like this. It's gonna let people crank out some different content for people to enjoy. It's gonna get people out of their creative shells. This is a huge step in the right direction of, getting people to make things that might be out of their comfort zone. This was out of my comfort zone. I would never make a lore video if it wasn't for this, competition. I would never research the fucking Karen history if it wasn't for this competition, and I turned out to enjoy it. I actually am interested in a Xeric quest now because of this. I was forced to delve into something that I may have never been introduced to if it wasn't for this. So, Jagex,
Spacebar.
Yeah, no, I'm really less likely to hold down a spacebar and get back my quest cape this time, because I want to know about that piece of shit Xeric, and I want to absolutely declaw spec him to death. So, this was great.
Claws?
Huh?
You want to borrow my claws for that?
That'd be great. Thank you.
Okay.
So yeah, this is great. It's great to have an incentive to get people to be uncomfortable and make something great out of it. So, keep it up. Keep that shit up. I want to see more of this. This would be awesome. That's all I got. You got anything to say about it, Helen?
I mean, I think you kind of covered it all. Like, it's great to see this stuff, dude. Like, when I look back on, like, Golden Gnome entry videos, like, being actually, like, dedicated to the Golden Gnomes. I know this is talking about Golden Gnomes rather than, like, just contest videos in general. But how they pick just random videos throughout the year as usually, like, a entry for, like, the gnomes. I kind of miss just having video competitions for just whatever reason they felt like. Like, if they just post on Twitter, like, hey, we're going to do a video competition for this topic or whatever. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
I mean,
like, hey, we're going to pick, I don't know, just fuck it. Let's say, Keldagram. I don't know, just some random fucking place. Make a video out of Keldagram, some kind of video in blank time, and just see what you can do with it. I would love to see more of that.
Yeah.
Like the elf storyline, because I know they're going to talk about adding Prif Dennis, hopefully soon. Well, I don't know how soon, maybe sometime this year, maybe next year. But Prif Dennis, that'd be a cool one to make a competition for. Because, like, I love the elf quest line so much. And even the Morytania quest line, that's my personal favorite one. I would love to see videos relating to that quest line.
Yeah,
like,
that'd be cool.
That was my absolute favorite quest line to play back in RS2.
Yeah, and then if we're really lucky, Jagex will also bring EOC to Oldschool RuneScape.
Of course. Okay, here's the thing. Don't bring EOC, just bring the EOC quest line, please. I love the EOC quests, dude. I just don't like the EOC.
Yeah, I agree.
The quests are amazing, just EOC sucks.
Yeah, the quests were great. But yeah, good deal. So I want to go ahead and transition into our interview today with a man who is absolutely dominating the RuneScape content world right now. Settled. Just started a Ultimate Ironman series that restricts his area of play. It's inspiring a ton of people to start their own Ultimate Ironmans. He completely resurrected Ultimate Ironmans in the game. It was a great interview. I fucking love this guy.
I love him.
He's
amazing.
Extremely genuine. He told me he's been watching me for a while, which I was shocked. The kid he's a youngster, but from the style of his videos and his commentary, he seems like 5 years older than I am. So I mean, this dude's amazing. So it was great to interview him. So I hope you guys enjoy this interview. This interview is brought to you by our patrons. Still have Norsklask with the $100 patron. That's huge, man. Thank you again. We've got Ryan Hall, Caleb Beiter, Michael Shield, and Sawyer Peterson as $10 patrons. Thank you guys very much for supporting the podcast. If you guys are interested in showing a little extra support and help us get better gear to keep these things going, go ahead and visit the link down below. It'll take you right to my page and tell you all the benefits. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy the interview. Hello, everybody. Today, we've got a real special guest joining us. He's a new guy on the block in terms of being a superstar, but he is nonetheless a superstar. This man started uploading about 2 years ago, April 2016, with an Ultimate Ironman series, Road to Dream Gear. I believe he was only 15 years old when he started it. And recently, he maxed that Ultimate Ironman, insane by the way, psychopath. And just 3 weeks ago had 50,000 subs, and as of yesterday, hit 80,000 subs. And I gotta tell you, this guy is something else. Just started a brand new series that's taken the entire RuneScape video world by storm. He is limited to Morytania, just going. He's not leaving. He's here. He's not leaving. And everyone is just they don't know how to handle it. It's blowing up. Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined today by Settled. How you doing?
Well, I am very, very happy to be here, Jimmy. Thank you for having me on. It's been unbelievable the past couple weeks. I've been watching the podcast. I've really been enjoying it. So,
You just saying that?
Thank you for having me. No, absolutely not. I actually have. I promise.
Good deal. Well, it's
How much you paid him to say that?
don't worry about how much I paid him. It's it's
By
what
the way, the PayPal transfer didn't go through, so you might have to send that again. But
it's what the Patreon's for. It's to send people like Settled little tips like that. just to
tier Patreon supporter.
Just to boost the
Really
morale
appreciate it.
of Bankstandin. So anyway, we'll get right into it. So you had mentioned you had started making videos. You started posting them in 2016. You said you were only 15.
Yep.
You were 15. So 2 years later, that means you're 17 right now. Right?
I recently turned 18.
Okay,
but-
you did recently turn
yeah,
18.
yeah.
Okay, that's what we were wondering. We were wondering if you were legal yet because it's about to
Yeah.
get saucy on here.
Officially
But
legal. Yep.
Good. So that's awesome, man. That's unbelievable. I think I posted mine when I was 15 too. I can't remember. It was like 2014. I'm a little older and wiser than you, but clearly you've figured out this community a lot faster than I have. So congratulations on that one. So going back to when you did start it, being 15, who were your inspirations? Like, how did you get into making videos?
Well, honestly, I guess I just wanted to make a YouTube channel, and I guess probably my biggest inspiration, I guess back when I was a kid, I used to watch Chris Archie a lot, and I don't know, I really liked the guy. I really liked the whole thing of YouTube. I think pretty much every like 12-year-old's dream these days is to have like a successful YouTube channel. But I was in the situation that Ultimate Ironman had like no one making videos for it. It was just completely barren. It was me and UIM Link, which he had like 60 subscribers when I started, and we both just kind of started making videos on it. Pretty dead game mode, which not so dead these days anymore. But it was it wasn't the most popular thing back then.
Yeah, I don't think the Ultimate Ironman have ever been super popular just because
No.
how insane it is to be an Ultimate Ironman. But yeah, Chris Archie, huge inspiration to people in the good old days when he was doing his PK commentaries, and also when he was running Chris Archie prods. That was pretty unreal. I think he was the reason that I even started YouTube, because he featured my Just Some Fishing back in like 2014, and he got me like my first like 2,000 subscribers or something because he featured
That's
it.
so awesome.
So that dude is awesome. Great
Yeah.
inspiration to have. Glad he's where he's at because he deserves it. I think he coined a lot of initial video making things. So good on him. But yeah, like you said, the Ultimate Ironman community was pretty short on staff, but looks like
definitely.
looks like there's a little movement going here, but we'll get into that in a little bit.
So, how long did you max the ultimate?
Oh my god, I just logged out.
So,
can you repeat the question?
That account that you're on, and like, when did you start it initially?
Okay, so I started this account. I don't know exactly the month, but I know it was like kind of mid 2015. And the goal of the account at the start, I didn't plan at all to get as far as I have, obviously, but like the original goal was just to get a fire cape on the lowest possible combat I could on this account. And in mid like 2015, I eventually ended up getting it after like 4 tries at like 62 combat or something, 62 or 63. And after that, I just kind of burnt out for about 6 months until early 2016, which I came back for about a month, and that's when I started making videos. So I didn't plan on maxing at all. And I guess 2016, like that April 2016 period is really when I started. So I guess, I don't know, I guess you could say 3 years to max in total, even though it wasn't my goal from the start.
That is insane.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah,
I can't imagine account without a bank use.
It's a couple hours for sure.
At least 2 hours.
Did you have did you ever have like a daily schedule going on, or did you just kind of play leisurely?
I'm not gonna lie, I definitely I started seeing sleeping in as a waste of time, so I did start to wake up a lot earlier.
Jeez.
For a couple months. Yeah, tough to admit, but it's true. Unfortunately, it's just started I wanted to do it as fast as possible. Once it started really getting close to it at 2150 total, I probably started doing that. I'm like, hey, I'm kind of close. I should try to speed this up, and I did. So, yeah.
I can't even see the NPCs that you guys are doing, so you just look like you're being idiots. That was goofy. Yeah, that's like the true epitome of sleeping as XP waste.
Yeah.
So anyway, regarding the schedule or anything, you were in high school at the time. So were you just rushing home to get back and start grinding the XP, or how that
I was that kid doing the Naruto run home as fast as I possibly could just so I could get on. I mean, yeah, I did try to hurry home, all right? I'm not going to lie here.
Yeah. I definitely
honestly at some point though.
I had my days of running home to keep playing when I was here's the deal, though. It wasn't for XP. It was for gambling in 2012. when flower games at the GE when before Old School even existed, I couldn't even drive yet. I think 2012. I was a freshman in high school, and I was in a gambling clan chat, and I was making just hundreds of mils a day just hosting, so I would literally get off the bus and sprint home just to keep just to spam my auto chat of hot and cold ×2 legit. It was fucked.
Those were the days, man. To have that kind of excitement to run home is, I don't know, they were precious times.
There were, and I'm glad that you found some of that with this account. That's pretty badass.
For sure.
Were you ever demotivated at any point? What was the struggle?
This is okay. So I don't really know how I got into this mindset, but not at one point at all was I ever demotivated or burnt or even close to being burnt out. And
really,
yeah, I got into this extremely weird mindset. At the start of my series, you can hear me complaining about getting 2 agility levels or whatever. But I don't know if this is some version of Stockholm syndrome or something, but I just got into this kind of state where doing repetitive tasks was kind of calming. And I guess it's called the flow state or something like that. But I don't know. I was able to do these monotonous grinds. Honestly, I feel like I could watch paint dry at this point. It would be entertaining.
Jeez.
And
I want to take you to an amusement park or something just to see how thrilled you would be to do something.
I will take you up on that, Jimmy. Let's do it, man.
Oh my god.
We'll make a day of it.
And speaking of that, like, so is this the only? This just popped into my head. Is this like the only game that you've truly grinded? Did you ever take a break to go play like Skyrim or something, or like?
I played some other games, but for the most part, like I don't know. I was having so much fun playing RuneScape all the time that I just didn't really contribute that much time to other games. I played Minecraft with some friends, which is like honestly, that's some of the most fun stuff you can do is like a Minecraft server with your friends to just shit around on. But other than that, I think only like one other game. I think I played like DayZ or something, and those are the only two other games that I contributed a little bit of time to. But for the most part, it was just RuneScape. Yeah.
Yeah, DayZ is unbelievable. By the way, that not the standalone. I'm talking the Arma 2 mod.
Arma 2 mod, yeah.
That was I think the most fun I've had with gaming.
Some fun stuff, yeah, for sure.
I mean, yeah, dude, you're a little too late on that, Hellwind, because it's pretty fucked at this point.
Yeah.
But
well, see, I jumped onto the Minecraft bandwagon, so see, I relate to the whole Minecraft with friends thing, so I get you there. But the DayZ thing, you lost me.
yeah, the DayZ stuff was great to get into, and that community was booming before the standalone even existed.
So when did streaming come into play for you?
Oh, all right. Well, I didn't start streaming until I want to say June 2017. I did it for like a week, I think, and then I didn't stream for another year.
Wow.
Yeah, I got affiliate and then just didn't come back for a year. And I don't know what it was necessarily, but like after coming back home from school, I was so like physically drained that I did not feel like streaming at all. This year I was able to do it or last year I guess now. In 2018 of June, so pretty much like 1 year exactly after I started really to get into it. And that's when it started to like really kick in for me. I really started to enjoy it. I've been doing it for about 6 months now. And it's just been good so far. So yeah,
that's great.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's a lot of fun grinding streaming.
Yeah, it is. It's I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess when you're the difference between me and the bigger streamers is they're very like if they weren't streaming, they'd be doing that shit anyway. So like I feel like what works for you is that exact scenario. Like if you're gonna be doing this shit for so long and grinding every day, you might as well do it in front of an audience. You know, maybe you get a tip or two along the way. Who knows?
Right.
You know, but it's another way. You know, it grows your audience. It gets you a following, especially now when people see you grinding. They're gonna have a shit ton of questions for you to see it all happen in front of their face. So, you know, it's badass. It's great that you're getting into streaming. I think that's gonna definitely help you along the way. Regarding that, about the whole growth stuff, I want to get into that a little bit. As I said before, you started. I remember looking back, like I don't know. I saw a video of you thanking for your 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
I don't remember the date on that, but in December you would hit 50,000 subscribers, and that was unbelievable. And it looks like most of your videos, people are just like dying to see them. I mean, people are clicking on your videos so quick when they're like, "Holy shit, this guy's an actual Ultimate Ironman. Are you kidding me? Who is this guy? Like, what's his problem? What's his problem here?" And then they click on it and then they're hooked. I mean, that's how it was for me. I mean, I didn't find out about you until you did blow up because my attention span's 2 seconds long and I can't sit on YouTube for more than 5 minutes. But you're one of the only ones that I've truly can say I've clicked on your videos and did not want to stop watching. I had a stream scheduled yesterday at like 6:30 and I was watching one of your I think I was on like episode 4 of your new series, and it was like I told everyone to get on at 6:30 and I was not finished with your episode yet, and I was literally so pissed that I had to start my stream and end the video. I cannot make this up. And so it's like that's
so awesome.
That means that you're doing good. You're doing a great job.
You're doing the right thing.
So what are your thoughts on this big huge growth that you got going so far?
My God, it's unbelievable. Like I honestly, like I genuinely every single day I cannot believe it. But I don't even know what to say about it, honestly. Like I said this in my maxing video. Like when I started this, and this is clearly not a very popular game mode to play. I was fully expecting to like maybe in like a couple months at max making videos for like a couple hundred people that, you know, are interested in the game mode, cuz like every single time someone would come up to me, they would think like, what is that symbol? Are you a player moderator or whatever? And like no one knew what the game mode was. So to now be at 80,000 subscribers for this dead game mode is pretty insane. Like I don't really know what else to say about it. It's unbelievable.
Well, I think a part of the reason, like you just said, since it is a dead game mode, it's a dead game mode because no one wants to fucking do that. No one wants to.
Fair enough.
To see a bank. I mean, they're walking past the banker, and the bankers are pretty much give them the bird and mooning them through the glass. Like, I mean, no one wants to do that. So I mean, it's great that you're able to turn that into entertainment. Because I think you're like people's. I don't know the word I'm looking for. Basically, their way of experiencing Ultimate Ironman without
vicariously.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They don't have to grind. Mm-hmm. So that's badass. Going back, you tweeted on January 3rd that you said you're going full time now. You dropped some college classes. What caused that decision? What happened there?
Well, I've been conflicted on it for an extremely long time because I love what I do and all that. But, I mean, a part of me always thought that, you know, college is pretty damn important, all that. But at the same time, I experienced growth this month that I physically did not know was even possible for a RuneScape channel. And I was like, hey, maybe I should make the most of this and just do it as long as I can since college isn't going anywhere. I mean, it kind of just woke me up, I guess, just to do the most with it. So made the decision, and here we are.
Good deal. I mean, yeah, you're definitely in the position with the growth and everything. I mean, you're not gonna. There's a lot of guys in the YouTube community that are, you know, they have to be very careful of what they post, just because people are so accustomed to them doing certain videos, and they've been doing it for so long. They have to kind of wiggle their way through and make sure they're posting the right stuff to keep up those views to make it a career. But I think you're in a very good position because one, I mean, not anymore. We'll get into this too, but you're one of the only ones doing Ultimate Ironman and one of the only ones willing to put in that effort to, you know, continue an account and make something of good quality with it. So I don't think you're going to have an issue of getting the same views as long as you stick to your format. So that's awesome that, you know, you did make that commitment. I fully support it. I think I think you'll find it is going to be a lot less stressful than you think it is, especially with this work ethic that you know you're clearly putting in, and it's badass. So
thank you.
Going back to the college thing, what were you going for? What were you majoring in?
Well, I mean, I was just doing gen eds, so like for the people who don't know, gen eds are just like required classes to do pretty much anything like math, English, etc. So I was just doing those because I wasn't sure what I wanted to go into. I know I want to go somewhere into film, but at the same time, I don't know how to make a career out of that. Like
film major, by the way.
Yeah. Well, like even if I did get a degree, like I don't know what I'd do. So at the same time, it's kind of worked out because I have more time to think about it, and I'm doing something related to it anyway, getting practice, etc. And I'm honestly not sure if all this like YouTube and Twitch stuff would can you put that on a resume? Is that a thing?
Absolutely.
Really?
Well, in I'll tell you a little personal story here. I go to school for film right now, majoring in film, minoring in creative writing, and also a newly acquired minor in theater. And so all that stuff kind of really ties together and helps me come back to YouTube. And one of the classes we took was building a resume for film. It was like a 1-credit online thing, and then you met with like a professor. So you're building a film resume. And when I had brought my resume in, I had put that I had a YouTube with, you know, so-and-so subscribers with so-and-so total views. And, you know, the professor who had retired and moved back to his hometown where my college is, he had been a cinematographer and an assistant producer on countless like Hollywood like like major budget movies. And he was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, you do?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You're not bullshitting." I'm like, "No." And I mean, they're mind blown. I mean, this is like a new
Really?
this is a new platform of entertainment. This is our generation's I guess major entertainment point. I mean, there's more people, I think there will be more people going on to platforms like YouTube and hopefully another platform eventually down the line, because fuck YouTube, first of all. But this is the internet and streaming and all this is where people are going for entertainment now. They're not going to satellite TV anymore, because it's just not what they want to watch. Where they can go on here, if someone likes RuneScape, they can come watch me be an asshole. They can watch you grind all day on Ultimate Ironman, or they can watch Bodhi stare at his screen with a webcam in the corner for 4 hours. It's up to them. It's whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
It's
Times are changing. Yeah.
No hate on Bodhi, by the way, big fan. But yeah, I think it's a great resume builder. I think if you want my 2 cents here, I think you're doing the right thing. See where you can go, feel out your entertainment, style, and develop yourself as a creator, and go to school if you feel like the time is right and you want to learn more and you want to get that field experience if it's an industry you want to break into. But this is an awesome step you're taking, and I think this is a true opportunity for you to really feel out what you want to do for a career. So
definitely, I had no idea you could actually put that stuff on a resume for anyone who cared about it. So that's really
100%.
awesome.
Dude, if you can entertain people are that's a moneymaker. If they know you can entertain people, that's like, they're like, "Oh, really? Oh, hey, how about you join my team?" They want that. So keep it up. Keep up that shit. Build your portfolio. You're building your portfolio. So if that's anything you ever want to get into, then there you go.
What got you into the idea of the Morytania area limitation?
All right, so I think for the most part, I saw a couple videos. I think this was also back in 2015, and it was Karamja only, which was on Reddit, and eventually Easyscape, who made a desert only Ironman. And in my 10,000 subscriber Q&A, which was, like you said, I have no idea when exactly it was, but it was a while ago now, I had mentioned the idea of making a Karamja only ultimate. I was very, very interested in the whole area restriction process. Like, it was so entertaining to me to be able to, like, I guess what it boiled down to is, like, if you can get some money on a main account and that makes you happy, why not boil it down to an even lower level where getting like a tinderbox makes you happy? Like, when it means so much more, isn't that what the game is all about? Just like having fun and setting your own goals, accomplishing them, and seeing how far you can push your limitations. That just really, really appealed to me. And Morytania was the perfect area. And I mentioned this in the episode 1, is like, I wanted to do something that hadn't been done before, as an ultimate at least. And it's been working out great. So
what's your end game goal here?
For the Morytania ultimate, I guess the end game goal is the Theater of Blood, which should be easily doable eventually. There's a couple obstacles to pass, but I kind of want to reveal them as we go forward, because people have been really, really liking that. I don't want to just reveal like the whole plan, But yeah, of course. And yeah, I guess Theater of Blood, I don't really know where to go past that, honestly. But like, if I can get like full Justishar and a rapier on a Morytania only ultimate, then like, what else do you need, honestly?
Are you talking about soloing Theater of Blood?
Oh no, definitely not solo. That would be insane.
No way.
I was just really confused for a second, because like, I'm not the guy who knows about monsters in this game. I'm an idiot. So I had seen Theater of Blood, but I didn't. Has anyone ever soloed that shit before?
Yeah, Wooks and now a Cold One who recently soloed it on an Ironman. So I think there's been 3 people in total. I've thought about it. It is possible on the account, but it's like hundreds of hours of prep for an attempt. So
yeah, that just could go very south very quick.
Not a big fan. Yeah,
not a big fan of that. So
I just
the goal
want to
is
add,
just to I guess be on a team and be able to contribute.
I just want to add, just you saying that you're looking for Theater of Blood content. I've been on my Ironman for a couple of years, and I've got a rigid 18-12 total level, and I am so far away from even doing raids 1 efficiently. Like I really admire your dedication towards that. And one of my
Thank you.
favorite things about your videos, and it separates you from most other YouTubers, is I'm not going to put any names out there, is that you have such a positive attitude towards, just
Mhm.
roadblocks. And you're just like, okay, well, I can work on something else for the time being. We can make this happen.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, Moo, you're you're a good old Iron Man boy by yourself. I don't.
Thank you. I'm definitely trying. I'm definitely moving. I'm pacing myself.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Settled is looking at you like, dude, go fuck yourself. You can just bank.
Wow, you bank using trash.
Yeah.
Disgusting. My God.
Wow.
Might have to leave the
Gross.
podcast. Jeez.
Did you ever Settled? Did you ever do regular Iron Man or hardcore Iron Man?
No, actually, my only account before this, which I used to be an Edgeville PKer before all this. My best account was 1200 total, and then I just jumped in straight to the ultimate.
Gotcha. Wow. You just said you said go big or go home. Big
Yeah,
balls.
hey, why not?
Shit.
Here we are.
Good. Good shit.
All right. So how like the UIM community like how is it like? Is there like any other big UIMs out there that you know of or personally know of that you can like lean on for advice or whatnot?
Are we talking like on YouTube, or are we talking
Just in general.
in general? Huh.
Are you saying you're
I
the
can't-
Messiah? You don't. There's...
Are you just the top one out there and just no one
No,
can ever top you?
no, absolutely not. It's just I talk to a lot of people, or I talk to a lot of ultimates in the community, but this is on terms of advice. Did you say?
I mean, if you need like advice from anyone or do you just know everything that there is to know?
Or if you just want to vent, someone to
Yeah.
someone to get where you're
Someone
coming
to
from.
vent to. Okay, I gotcha. Well, me and UIM Link used to be extremely close. He was probably like one of my bestest friends on the game, but he unfortunately burnt out straight after Max. And
wow.
he used to be the person that I used to ask stuff about. Other than that, I've always found like the most fun part of the game mode is that there used to be absolutely no guides for it, and you'd have to figure out things by yourself. The best like inventory layout for this skill, that skill, any activity, etc. So that was a very enjoyable part of it all for me. There really was no one to ask, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're really you're really alone out there.
Holy
like
shit.
Yeah.
you really do.
You're
Very,
staying
very
alone.
lonely.
Ultimate Iron Man is truly a solo one-man army. Like you have no one to go to. Like at least in Iron Man, you can ask on Reddit if you want to. You can be like, I'm having some trouble with this. Any of you Iron Man boys have some advice on how to do this? And there's probably like a bunch of YouTube videos on shit like that.
Mhm.
But Ultimate Iron Man, you look anything up, they're like, yeah, you're fucked. Good luck. So
Nowadays, it's definitely gotten much better. I know UIM Verf released a starter guide recently. There's multiple Discords, clan chats. I've made a couple guides. UIM Link made a couple guides back in the day. So it's definitely gotten better, I'll tell you that much, but there still isn't too much on there for information-wise.
What's your thoughts on inspiring entire fucking everything of Ultimate Iron Man's going on now?
Yeah, I've I've been seeing it a lot. Well, are we talking like Ultimate Iron Man in general, or the
In
like
general,
spring up of?
or exclusive areas. Like I was watching
Yeah,
Mod Aiza streaming, well, ex Mod Aiza streaming like before we got on here, and he was even saying that you inspired him to make an Ultimate Iron Man.
right. Yeah, I did
So
see that earlier. Oh, so it's been pretty insane. I'll tell you that much. Seeing a friend recently make the Fremenic only Iron Man, like I can't fathom how people got so much inspiration from this, but I've seen so many like new restricted Iron Man, so many new ultimates, and it's been great because I love the game mode. I think a lot of people write it off really quickly because they're intimidated by like the fact of no banking, but I think when people try it and they see that, hey, this is a really cool challenge, it's not like you get very accustomed to it, is I guess where I'm going with this. And to people like to see people trying out the game mode that I've probably had the most fun ever on for the past couple of years has just been a very, very wholesome experience. I love it.
That's awesome.
That's great.
It
Yeah.
definitely, it made me want to make an Ironman myself, but I gotta have a bank. I gotta have a bank. I can't do it.
Alkin's the same way. He's like, I would, but I love my Slayer loot tab too much. And no,
Yeah.
I understand that. Some people, it's not for everyone, definitely, but it is cool to see people trying it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I felt inspired to go on my hardcore Iron Man because I was like, grinding seems kind of fun right now because of watching this. And then I thought about it. I was like, I wonder what would happen if I made an Ultimate Iron Man. And then I was like, wait a second, I'm me, and that
Jimmy, it's time.
would not. There's no way it's time. That's just not gonna happen. There's never a time that I'm gonna do that.
I can't see that happening.
There's never.
I can see it. I can see it.
Oh man.
Oh, no.
Oh man. Well, I mean, settled. I feel like me and you will grow a little relationship here, and once you get to know me a little more, you'll realize, wow, when I told him that I could see it, I was completely wrong, and that's never gonna happen. Because I grind for a little bit. I mean, I've been doing regular Slayer on this Jimmy account, and it's been like I get gassed after like 2 tasks, and I'm like, oh my god. I mean, Settled's over here doing fucking 15 hours to get 15 agility or something like that, crossing a bridge 10,000 times to get 2 XP per cross. Like, I'm a piece of shit. I suck at this game.
I used to be the exact same way. And like, until I started this game mode, and once I started it, I got so much motivation to make it the best I can be because just everything means so much more. And granted, yeah, it's not for everyone. I'm not saying that, it'll be perfect for you, but
Oh, thanks.
all I'm saying is that, you get more motivation with it, in my opinion. It's a very, very cool challenge.
It's pretty cool. Going back to a friend's series, I'm glad he shouted you out. I'm glad he didn't. I mean, he knows he has to be very very touchy with shit like that because everyone's looking for a reason to just absolutely dig into him. So I'm glad he took the route of saying he was inspired by you, and hopefully, I'm sure between him and Bodhi shouting you out and stuff, that it'll get you some more followers, which is awesome. But I mean, it's good. I think that's good content to have. But truly, I think it's gonna really separate the men from the boys here because I don't think there's very many people that can go through with that truly. So I think a lot of people are gonna start, but I'm really curious on how many people are gonna finish. I have no doubt that since you've literally been through a maxed grind, that you'll be completely fine going through with what you're doing. But no take on a friend. I don't know what his deal is. I'm sure.
The thing is, he kind of screwed himself over. I feel like he just instantly jumped into the account, saw the hype that everyone was making, like, Snowflake Ironman all of a sudden. Because, like, he instantly screwed himself over. He has to go back to Sears Village to complete Pheromonic Trials, so he's instantly breaking his rules there. And he has no way of getting a raw shark, instantly screwed himself there. He didn't think about it at all. And I want to see where it goes, but I feel like he's going to have to make a lot of exceptions, and I feel like he's taping it all together, and it's going to be okay. I'm not going to say anything yet. We'll give him a couple episodes, but we'll see.
We'll see where it goes. Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, I don't want to touch on him too much. It's not his fucking podcast, but I think he would definitely be jumping at any chance he got to create a series to get some attention. So did not surprise me whatsoever that he jumped into that because he kind of has to at this point if he wants to keep the ball rolling on RuneScape. But we'll see where it goes. No, but that's cool. I guarantee within the next 2 months you'll see a handful of YouTubers kind of try to follow your footsteps here because once you got an original idea that's working, you're gonna see some pop-ups that are gonna make you question whether or not you're getting all the credit you deserve. I experienced it with the first time I ever experienced that. Hellwind remembers when I did just some fishing, and RS will miss it. You know that guy?
Yeah.
He created a video, literally the exact same concept of my video that blew up, and just I think he acknowledged it in the comments because people were like, "This was very Jimmy inspired," and I was like, "Hey man, if you wanted to use this idea, maybe like a collaboration or something." And he just like replied to some stuff and then deleted it, added me on RuneScape, and then deleted me off RuneScape. It was a shit show, dude. That guy sucks.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, not a fan of him. And then, I mean, it was nowhere near the same concept, but Jakiosaurus did the taking a noob to Bandos, or taking a noob bossing after my girl takes noob to Bandos.
Oh yeah, I
thing
do
blew
remember
up.
that.
And
Wow,
his got
I'm
way
just
more.
realizing the connection here.
Yeah. So after
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, after I made that, so it wasn't the same concept whatsoever. He put his own twist to it and stuff. But when at first glance, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, I was like,
Let's bring out the copy strikes. We're taking this guy down.
I was rattled for a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's good as long as you keep to your format. Like I said before, as long as you keep to your format, keep up the effort. My advice there, you have to be very careful. My experience with a schedule kind of deal, you can burn out so fast mentally, just because once you do start depending on it for income and your stress, you have all these new stresses coming in. It's very important you keep the mindset you have now however you can. Make sure you are giving yourself that leisure time and you're giving yourself the mental breaks that you need. And most importantly, make sure you're having fun with whatever the fuck you decide to do.
Absolutely.
Because the second you're not having fun is when people are going to start noticing. And you're going to notice and you're going to hope that no one else notices. But everyone's going to fucking notice. Everyone will notice. So
it is very apparent. Yeah.
Make sure you're having fun with what you're doing. And if you're not having fun with it, then be straight up with everybody and make that very clear that you're not enjoying what you're doing. So you're going to switch it up a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with that because people like you for you now. So you're a creator. You're your own independent person. And people are subscribed because they like you. And they'll support whatever the fuck you want to do. So, keep that in mind throughout your journey here, because I think it's only square one here for you. So, make sure you're staying healthy, basically, is what I'm trying to tell you.
I gotcha.
But I think you'll do awesome. Going off that, what's in...
I had one more question.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Helen, yeah.
If you don't mind. I'm kind of just stalking your stats over here, because I know you're all 99s over there, but are you going for any 200 mils on that account there? Like any 200 mil stats?
I think if I wasn't a content creator, I probably would, but no one wants to watch that, so
well, I mean,
there's
I'd probably
no
watch
way.
it, honestly. I mean, I'm kind of an XP addict, so I'd watch it.
I could see it on like maybe a stream, but for video content, which is like I love my YouTube channel and I want to keep growing it because the community is just so awesome and it's constantly motivating me. And I think I don't know. I just like to. I mentioned this a while ago. I enjoy every side of the game, so it doesn't hurt me to not go for 200 mils. So I'd rather just go for something like an Infernal Cape, which is still a big challenge, and people would want to watch it. So that's kind of where I'm going there.
I mean, still, it could be like something you AFK like on the side while playing on the Morytania account. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Other AFK skills. So I was curious about that.
Yeah. So going off that that's a perfect transition into this. What's in store for you here? Obviously, you have the Morytania series, and it seems to be that's your primary focus. And you were throughout your maxing series. Obviously, that was like basically your big objective. I mean, that was the only thing you were really working on. So now you have this Morytania thing. Are you gonna just make that your series now? Is that the only thing you're going to work on, or what's your plans here?
It is not the only thing I'm going to be working on, although like originally before I made the series I was like, all right, this main account that has been the focus of my channel for the last 2 years, that is going to be my main focus, and this side account, this Morytania account, which is definitely not going to be more popular than the main account, is going to be on the side. But that has just completely reversed. The Morytania, I didn't even think I would have this much fun playing the Morytania account, but I'm having a blast. So I've decided to put that as my primary focus. The main is going to be on the side. And I've also got another series coming out, which is going to be very, very, like, there's not going to be that many episodes. But it's called Defying the Impossible, where something that I gave an example for this in like one of my ramble videos is you start a fresh Ultimate Ironman, and then you have 30 minutes to kill the Chaos Elemental, 30 minutes since account creation. So things that are seemingly impossible, you have to find a way around them and just finish it. So that's what that series would be. So I'm very interested in doing something like that on the side along with these two accounts.
That's badass.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah, that's good.
Like I'm stoked to see that. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, that's great that you're coming up with these like different ideas, because I think that's going to be a big hit, especially if you're switching it up, because you're going to have the crowd that's just going to want to see the Morytania, but
Right,
then
yeah.
you're going to have your general audience who loves whatever the fuck you're doing, that are going to eat up these little side tasks that you're doing, and you know, I would love to see that. I think that you have the ability to create this like original content that not many people have the ability to do anymore. So that's badass, man. That's really
Yeah, I
good.
can't wait. It's going to be great.
I really think that you settle are going to be the next old school boss. In the fact
What
that
do you
the
mean?
Jagex team are really just going to make a settled boss, just like a giant
Oh,
Pepe.
yeah.
And no matter what you do, you can't win because obviously settle is better.
He will find a way
I'm
to
flattered,
defeat you.
sir.
It's great.
Wooks will try himself and fail.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, right? But
I would.
I appreciate it either way.
Wooks is gonna be like, "What the fuck did you say to me?"
Wooks is already
PM
commenting.
from Wooks.
Wooks is already
Hey, come
commenting
outside
on the
your house.
podcast.
If there's a boss, I will find a way, no matter what. That's awesome. So since you have, since you're, full time now, are you, do you have like a new schedule that you're going off with between streaming and filming and all that stuff?
I'm kind of so far. I've kind of just given myself the first 2 weeks here to plan how I'm gonna do everything, because I don't know how I want to have this schedule and when I want to put aside to work for videos, because like I spend a lot of time on my videos because I've kind of been pressured to keep up this quality standard, and I love making them quality. So I kind of need like maybe a full day or maybe even 2 days to work on videos. So I don't know how this is going to work at all, but I've got a couple weeks to figure it out.
Yeah, no, take your time. Take your time with all your videos, man, because they're looking good. And people have the, you set the bar, so keep it there and raise it. So, yeah, you got a good head on your shoulders about this. So, don't be pressured to do those like every 2-3 day uploads. If you got to take a week each video, that's not going to hurt you. Put in the quality. I feel like I'm trying to be a wise old man here as you're just skyrocketing above with the views and the subscribers.
That's okay. It works.
Yeah. No, I'm just very excited to see what you do. So it's gonna be badass.
Go back to your player moderator video.
Yeah. Player moderator. Yeah. Make me a player moderator. You will not regret it, Jagex. I wonder if there's any Jagex mods that actually listen to these podcasts, or if they're just like, we should really ban this guy on all IPs he's ever been on. But good deal. That's awesome. Hellwind, Moo, you guys got any more questions? Anything you want to ask?
I do have one question. So for your main for the actual settled UIM, what is it like to have to get rid of a trophy item? Like, let's just say if it came down to either A, get rid of my DFS, or B, get 2 levels in Herblore, I would rather shoot myself in the foot.
Well, I knew going into it that this is a game mode of trade-offs. I mean, that's just kind of, I don't know, that's built into it. And I did actually make that exact sacrifice, not for the 2 Herblore levels, but I did drop my DFS like, I don't know, 9 months ago, I think. And I dropped it for literally 1 inventory space because I valued that more. And I guess, honestly, I don't know. I like having space. And although collecting items is cool, I feel like having the most important ones is more important. And I don't feel attached to items. And I can, if space is more valuable than an item, I don't care. I'll just drop it. It's all good.
Wow.
Good deal. That sucks.
That was kind of
That
deep.
sounds-
I'm not gonna lie, that was
That
deep.
was really deep. I was like, man, this is getting really
Thank you
deep.
for
I was
coming
not
to my
prepared
TED
for that.
Talk.
Yeah, what a TED Talk.
Man.
Well, Settled, is there anything, the stage is yours. If you want to tell anybody anything right now, now's your chance. Go ahead and take the floor.
Honestly, I don't think I have anything. Subscribe to Jimmy and like the video.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, great. Jim,
could
did you pay him again?
I could not have said it better myself, boys. Wow.
Did you send the money through PayPal for that one just then?
Well, what do you think I've been doing this entire podcast?
He's just been feeding me all these lines.
Yeah, I've been
$20,
feeding them lines,
$20
feeding
a
them-
line.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thanks, Norsklask. Your Patreon's really helping me out here.
really good use over here.
Good deal. Well, Settled has his stuff in the description there. He's got his YouTube. I highly recommend not clicking on the first episode unless you have an entire 3-hour gap, because if you start it, you will not be able to finish it, and you will be yelled at to hurry the fuck up, and it'll ruin your plans, and you'll want to ditch out on your family. So, you definitely give it a look though. It is awesome. I'll put all of his social media shit in there too. So Settled, thank you so much for coming on, dude. This has been awesome. We're all really stoked to see what you do and what's to come here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on. It's been fun, and I am also excited to see where the future goes. So I guess we'll see.
It's going up, my man. It's going all the way up.
Of course.
Yeah. Well,
Especially with these PayPal donations, man. I might not even need to go full time. I'm on this
man.
podcast every now and then, and
Yeah, but we'd love to have you back for an update soon. And you're more than welcome to join in on discussions here anytime you want. So don't be a stranger. Maybe we'll check in with you after a few weeks of Kebos Lowlands, see what your thoughts are.
Sounds good. All right.
But yeah, Hellwind, Moo, anything else you got for this?
This has been an absolute blast. It was
really
crazy,
has.
man.
Well, thanks very much for coming on, Settled.
Of course, my pleasure.
All right, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed that interview with Settled. We hope to get him back on here pretty soon. That dude is awesome. All of his stuff's in the description. Go check him out. You'll be addicted like a crackhead. So, anyways, back to the Kebos Lowlands discussions. I want to delve into the new Hydra boss that just came out. I've been watching a few people fight it on stream. Apparently, you can't fight it unless you're assigned by the new Slayer Master to go fight it. You wanna touch on that?
I can. First of all, Konar, I hate you. As I said earlier, 2,000 Slayer points that I spent 3 weeks getting. All out the window because I didn't get a Hydra task, so I'm a little salty about that. But the boss itself, it seems fairly easy to kill if you're paying attention. Like anything else in the game. I've noticed most people using TiVos on the thing because, the rich get richer, I guess. But I've seen a buddy of mine do it with a blowpipe, and it looked fairly simple with that. So whenever I get a task, I'll be able to make more input on it, so I can try it out for myself. But so far, no luck in that regard. But yeah, it's like any other of these Slayer bosses. You have to be on task to kill it, like Cerberus, Sire, Smoke Devil, or now Hydra. You have to be on task for the boss variant. But if you want to kill the other Hydras, you can just kill all you want. But if you're on task, you get there's the regular drop table. If you kill the other Hydras without being on task, the drops are 5 times more rare. So they definitely made it to where it gives you an incentive to be on task to kill them. Otherwise, you're just gonna be wasting some fucking time there.
I think were you on task when you went and killed him?
When I went and killed the worms, yes.
Okay, yeah, and your first drop was 6 magic seeds.
My first drop was 6 magic seeds. I think that was just a really lucky drop because I didn't get anything else like that the rest of the task. But I made like over 1 mil in like 30 minutes, which was insane.
Just a quick 1 mil, not a big deal.
I mean, I did spend 4 mil on the battle tree seed that we discussed.
Yeah,
so
the battle tree seed.
It's kind of paying back what I spent there.
Yeah.
Well, what happened was I logged in and I was like, oh well, I'm gonna go and try to buy one of these fucking seeds. I know we're getting a little off topic here, but I tried to buy. I was like, I'll just put in like an offer for like I don't know, fucking mil. I'll probably buy for like a mil or so. And Duncan, he was like, how much? I see your offer bought. I'm like, oh shit, it did. I checked it, and it actually sold for 4 mil even. So I was like, fuck, dude. And I was hoping to get some money back there, but
big rookie mistake. Day of release,
Rookie
trying to buy
mistake.
stuff.
I was trying to panic buy on the first day, and I lost 4 mil. But
Yeah.
I'll have the diary completed by this evening, so that I'll have everything done. That's
Going
good.
more off topic.
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you remember when like the Dragon Hunter crossbow or whatever was released, and I made that really dumb video that I turned into a bush and the guy started screaming?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that the crossbow. I think it was Maxi who bought it. I can't remember. I think it was Maxi. When he bought it, I think it was like 20 mil or something like that.
Yep.
And it was right after the release, and then that thing like skyrocketed.
It's because it got buffed.
Yeah.
It used to be a 10% damage boost. Now it does 30% damage boost.
Yeah.
So,
sorry, Maxi. Should have kept it, idiot. Anyways,
getting back on topic over here.
Getting back over here. It looks like
Hydra looks like a fun boss to kill. I'm excited to get my own task and try it out for myself. Then I'll be able to like make actual input as my personal opinions on it. So hopefully by the next podcast I can get more in depth with my personal experience with it. But as of right now, I don't have any personal experience with it yet.
Yeah, it looks like it's got some pretty cool mechanics.
It looks like it's got some really cool mechanics though, which I'm really excited to mess around with.
Yeah, it looks badass. So
amazing.
I probably will never be able to touch it.
See, Jimmy, I'm wearing a what's called a Slayer cape. And people who are good at the game, have these. And so I can kill anything.
I'm sorry, do you have 99 crafting?
Yes, I do.
Oh, well, go fuck yourself. I don't care. But no, it looks badass. I probably won't ever be able to touch it, but I'll just live through the adventure through the eyes of streamers, and that's fine with me. So
like a streamer like myself,
yeah.
Shameless plug.
I guess technically I'm the face of Kebos Lowlands, so really, I don't really need to kill anything in here. I don't need to do anything in here. I'm conquering.
Are Kebos Lowlands.
I've got a statue in the center of Kebos Lowlands, so no big deal. It's fine.
Just front page, you're fine.
Yeah, front page of Kebos Lowlands. It's whatever, dude. Who cares? Speaking of that, speaking of me and how great I am, I do have a little setback here. Lost my quest cape today. Not really a fan of that. I hate when I lose my quest cape, but also always get stoked to do new quests. Apparently they're not hard at all.
Well, one of them's a bit of a pain in the ass of a puzzle. I had to get help from Ancient Ajax. He fucking sweetheart saved my ass because I'm highly incompetent. And here's the thing, those old toys from when we were kids? It was like the stacking rings on the the pillars.
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically that concept, but I could not figure it out for the life of me.
Well, that's embarrassing for you.
Yeah, everyone's like, Hellwind, it's a child's toy. How do you not know how to do this? So that I was stuck on that for maybe like 40 minutes at least.
Yeah,
so that part sucked.
Yeah, I think I probably won't have any problems with that because I'm incredible at quest cape.
Well, it's because you are Kebos Lowlands. So
I am Kebos Lowlands. Yeah, no problem.
Easy.
But here's the deal. I can't even do the quests right now because I need to get favor in certain houses.
Loser.
Started today with just like no favor anywhere. I'm pretty sure if Jagex saw my favor this morning, they'd be like, "We fucking gave this guy the first place for the Karen shit, and what is his favor? What is this? There's no way this is real." So I'm gonna try to not embarrass myself here and keep on grinding that, and bust those quests out. I might include those quests in a little something coming out soon. So who knows what's gonna happen? I'm excited. So I'll get it back. It's not a big deal. So one last topic I want to get into before we head out of here. I saw an update this morning from RuneLite, which we're using right now. They
Best
are,
client.
yeah, the best client. Feel free to. I don't think they even make any money, so I'm not gonna, be like, oh, sponsor me.
No, they don't.
No, but
I'm pretty sure they're fully like non-profit.
yeah, they are.
I'm sure they get like donations, but it's a free client.
Yeah,
so.
highly recommend using RuneLite if you don't. It's a game changer. But they released some screenshots. I don't think it's out yet, is it?
It's supposed to come out, I think, today.
Yeah, it's supposed to come out
at the time
today.
of recording this, I'm pretty sure I think it was today.
Yeah. So by the time this is out, it should be out, so you guys can try it. But the GPU plugin is getting an addition. That's how I speak words. They have sky recoloring, so the sky is going to adapt to the environment, so it's not just like black and like a big a void of nothingness.
It's an abyss.
Yeah, it's just an abyss of nothing. They changed that, so it's going to adapt to wherever you are, and they're adding a fog effect so that it doesn't look like new land is just popping in out of nowhere. So I love that. That's going to look awesome for videos. So props to them. That looks badass. I cannot wait to try that one out.
I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, it's going to be dope.
Like I was saying earlier, and it's once again trying to get going a little off topic. We're talking about RuneLite here anyway. I feel like such a spoiled kid nowadays. Like when I go from using RuneLite to the default, because I've gotten so used to so many of the plugins that I don't think I can go without it now. Like the animation smoothing, for example, it looks so good to me that playing without it just hurts my eyes.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited for the GPU. What's it called? Skybox. That's what I'm looking for.
Skybox, yeah. Did you say
I'm
you
so
say you can't
excited.
play without the animation smoothing?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I've gotten so used to playing with it on that it's hard to look at without it now.
I have a weird adjective to describe how I think the animation smoothing feels. You ready for this? This is how I describe animation smoothing. Creamy. It seems
Oh, absolutely.
It seems creamy, and I do not like that at all. I like the
I like it.
vintage, kind of skipping some frames while moving. I don't know. I just like the feel of it. I can't stand animation smoothing, so not
See,
my
I didn't like
cup
it
of
at
tea.
first. I didn't like it at first, but I started watching streaming, and he uses it.
Yeah.
He's a RuneLite dev. He uses it,
Yeah.
and I was like, this looks really nice.
I just can't get behind it. I don't know. It's not my cup of tea, so
Eh.
I don't know.
I guess that's why you can turn it on or off.
Yeah. Yeah. So
like it.
personal preference, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Anyway.
I think that's about it. That's all I have for today. Next discussion, hopefully we'll get Moo in here. Next guest we have is going to be insane. Cannot wait
So
for you
excited.
guys to hear who we have. Some of you guys already know who we have. The next two guests we have are just ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
And I am so stoked. This is like huge steps for the podcast in general. So hopefully you guys enjoy those, because it's going to be impossible for you to not. So yeah, that's it. So setting off here, big thanks to the patrons at the time of this recording. Norsklask still with the $100 Patreon. Big thanks to him. That's huge. We've got Caleb Beiter, Michael Shield, Ryan Hall, and Sawyer Peterson as $10 Patreons. So big thanks to you guys for supporting the podcast here. We were able to send Hellwind over here a little more money
Very generous.
to get rid of his shitty potato mic. So
Thank you guys
that's
very
huge.
much.
Make sure you guys are following me and Hellwind on Twitter. Our links are down there in the good old-fashioned description. I'll be teasing the next guests on there, so if you want to find out, go hit me with that follow, and you'll get a little sneak peek. So there you go. That's all I got. Anything else, Hellwind?
Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm excited for the next guests, and yeah.
All right.
I'll see you guys then.
See you guys next time. Take it easy.